Well, she was the elimination queen, wasn't she? Every time she kept getting put up for being eliminated, and Shannon Ryan somehow managed to win so many of them. She's a TV presenter, has been here in New Zealand. She's also the nemesis of our co-host here, Sam Wallace. Shannon, good morning.
Good morning.
I cannot wait for you two to go hammer and tong in a minute, but I have to ask from the very outset, you gave Sammy one of your clues when you were eliminated, but you gave the rest to Shane. Cameron, why?
Yep. So Shane, he actually gave me some really comforting words a few days into my 4 elimination back-to-back battle. He said to me, I know what it's like to have a target on my back, putting you in the ring for a reason. If you want to chat, I'm here to chat. And it struck a chord with me, and I had to follow through. I really, really wanted him to have a good chance to win it too, because obviously, up against someone like Sam and Gary, we've got, a lot of really unpredictable competitors in this game, and I wanted to give Shane a good nudge.
Clever work from Shane Cameron behind the scenes, which we didn't realise.
What do you mean by unpredictable, Shannon?
Pardon me?
What do you mean by unpredictable?
Unpredictable? Well, I never knew what you were going to do, Sam. You're shaking hands all over the show.
Well, isn't that just a part of the strategy? Isn't it all about
Absolutely.
Creating relationships with people and using what you have at that certain time to create leverage for you in the game? Isn't that just intelligent gameplay?
I think so, Sam. Absolutely not denying that. Perhaps that's what Shane was doing when he gave me some words of wisdom and some support when I needed it the most.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about how. So you and Sam were obviously on the same team at one point. You were in Team Kahoo. When you guys joined together as one team, and it was so obvious that Mako were very, they were Team Barbara, and that was that good. Why didn't you decide to get on, stay on the same team as Sam and work together and use each other? I don't know, to the betterment of your time in the game. Is that making sense?
You jumped ship, Shannon.
Yeah,
Why did you jump ship?
Yeah. Does it? Well, I didn't jump ship, Sam. I just tried to, just like you said, play the game to the best of my ability with what I had at the time.
Well, I don't know if that's the case, because what it felt like from my perspective is that once the team did get amalgamated, you were you wanted to rid of us, like that we were some kind of plague, and you tried to side with Barbara Kendall. And I want to know what was so miserable about your time with Team Kahoo that made you want to jump ship.
Okay, so it's not about jumping ship. I wanted to have a conversation with Barbara Kendall because I, like you, saw her as a very beneficial person to be buddies with. Secondly, I'm not the one that put 2 people from my team that I'm so loyal to up for elimination. So,
Fair point.
It's all about playing the game the best way we can, and I think that you proved, too, that you were prepared to do that.
No, absolutely. But I did, once again, I did bargain it for my own immunity. Do you think that you got caught up in maybe relationships and neglected the fact that this was an individual game?
No, not at all. I was playing, I think I proved that, an individual game right from the start. And I do value relationships just as much as I do in playing the game. Look, we're different people, and I think we've proven over the past 6 weeks how we're prepared to go about, getting to that final treasure. And I went one way, you've gone the other, and I guess we're going to wait to find out tonight how that worked out for you.
Yeah. Shannon, I want to know what you've done in preparation for this show, because there's no doubt about it. In my opinion, you were absolutely the best female on the show. I know you didn't last. Athena beat you in the end, but you were fit. You got put up for elimination. And
very stretchy, as it turned out.
Very early on, I thought, she's going to be a real tough person to beat. Did you train? Because Sammy trained for a lot of weeks for it. Did you?
No, I actually didn't train at all like Sammy did. I walk a ton, I practiced yoga, I did some weightlifting, but then I thought, what's weightlifting if you're not going to consistently do weightlifting? So I kind of threw that in. But I do a lot of physical work, and that's what I put a lot of my fitness down to. I truly believe in adding physical, getting involved in physical labor and doing lots of naturally physical things in your day-to-day that'll keep you fit. And that's really, honestly, all I did.
Nice.
You and Sammy are actually very alike in a lot of ways, because you might have won the elimination challenges, but Sammy won all those individual challenges. So you're actually quite on par with one another, weren't you, in the end?
That's actually something that I've been thinking a lot about. We were really winning, and honestly, we played the game 2 different ways, and I think, we've obviously gone through into finals week. It's worked out better for Sam than it has for me so far. But you know, I after watching it, actually, am impressed, Sam, with how you've navigated the show, because you had some rough times. You really did. It looked like you took things really hard a lot of the time, and you've seen it through, and you're doing it with conviction, mate. So I've got to give it to you.
I really appreciate that. One of the underlying themes of the show that I've really hated is, and it's been labelled by a lot of different outlets, overt sexism. This was never about boys versus girls. This was this was about celebrating people that won. And seeing you go through those later stages of the game, it proved to me that this was never boys, girls. This was an incredible, what you did was incredible, and I take my hat off to the way you played the game towards the end there. So, yeah, you're a hell of a competitor, mate.
Likewise, Sam.
Shannon and Sam, this is very
nice. Killing me.
Kumbaya, my lord.
Shannon, we've sat here every morning for 6 weeks, and obviously myself and Laura and Tony, and it's just been such gripping television. And from all of us here, you're an absolute warrior, but it does feel like occasionally when the Rugby World Cup arrives and the two best teams don't end up in the final.
Yeah, it should have been a Shannon-Sam final. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
I would have liked that.
So we're inviting you back.
I might have even shared more than one clue with you, Sam.
Yeah.
It's not about clues. It's about survival. Can I get this through to you?